Hi, it's Mark from Training Spark, and in this video we're going to take a look at version 4.21 of LearnDash, which was released at the end of March 2025. So as usual, we'll head to the release notes page at learndash.com/release-notes, and we can see here update version 4.21.0, and the key thing they've added, the main feature, is this new modern course page. So in this video, we're going to take a look at what that is and show you by comparing that to what was there before. There are a number of updates as well, but these are smaller tweaks, things like changes to functions and some of the stuff that's around this new modern registration page and modern course page. So what I'm going to do, I'm logged in on this window here as my admin account. But in a separate tab, in a private window, I have my LearnDash page looking at it from the perspective of someone who hasn't signed up and isn't logged in. I'm using Astra theme, and this is a fairly standard setup that we've used on a lot of our other videos. We can see here on the course page, prior to changing to the new modern layout, this is the old layout. We can see we've got a big featured image, details about the number of places on here, the price, how you can get started. There's bits about the course and the materials on the course, as well as some indication of what the course content is. And I just list the lessons under there. Likewise, we've got a registration page, which also changes as a result of some of the modern UI that they've added, and the reset password page. So we'll have a look at each of these as we change them. So I'm going to switch back to my admin account here and go back into the WordPress dashboard. So I should say that I have updated here already to version 4.21. So I have these features available already. I'm going to go to LearnDash LMS and then settings. And if we scroll down the page, there's a new appearance section here. And what it says is we've got this new modern UI that they can be switched on or off on login and registration and course page. And we just do that by switching on these icons here. And it says, when active, the new modern LearnDash styles will be used for either the login and registration pages or course pages. It says here it's in beta, which means that it is kind of early days for this this theme, and there might be some issues, but you can activate it if you want to. And if you hover over here, there is some more information and the option to give feedback on these changes, which I guess is good practice if you are rolling out a beta, just to be able to get feedback on any changes you make. So let's switch both of these on now. I'm going to switch those on and then click Save. And then what I'm going to do is switch over to the private window where I was logged in and refresh it and see what difference that makes. So one thing we'll notice here is in Astra theme, at least, you end up with two featured images, and I'll show you how we can get around that in a second. But the main thing you'll notice here is that we're in a two-column layout now. So whereas things were listed in one column before, we've now got this sidebar here which lists things like the price, when it starts, and how many places remaining, and has some key information about the course here. We've still got information about the course here and the materials that are, so you can add your own information here if you want to. And we still have the content of the course, the lessons listed below. These are in sort of one box rather than kind of individual items for each lesson, which there were before. So just while I remember, note that there's two featured images here. I'm just going to go into the admin account here and edit the course. So you can see we've got two here. If we go to edit course, and just open this in the editor, what we find is that I believe as part of this new update, we've got this show featured image in the post list only, but hide it in single post view. So if I tick this and then save, if I now switch back to this view and refresh it, we'll notice that that top big featured image goes, and we just get left with the one that's in the course section here. So that slims the page down, brings things a bit higher up above the fold, so we don't have that big whopping image moving everything down. So I would say that this is a nice clean layout. It does resize well as well. So if you notice here, the sidebar on the right, if I was looking at it on a mobile phone, things snap down. So you've got the key details about the course at the top, the course information, the materials, and the course content listed below. So it's designed for different devices here. And it's generally nice and clean, and you could apply some custom CSS potentially here to style up some of the elements of the page. Let's quickly look at the registration and reset password pages as well. I've got the standard page here. I'll just refresh it, and we'll notice that this has now come in slightly, just a thinner column, and the kind of interface is slightly different, where you've got these slightly faded backgrounds behind the inputs that change when you hover over them, and this password field meter, which shows the strength of your password and gives you an option to show or hide it. So that's your registration page. And likewise with the reset password page, if I switch this, now that we've changed the modern UX, we'll see this again tucked in slightly. It repeats the password. That'd be something you could bypass in your theme, but it kind of bakes the password into the field. But again, it's a slimmer layout, and generally it looks nicer on the page. So that's the change. That's the modern course layout for LearnDash, and we think it looks great. Hopefully you can use it on your own courses. Hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more like this, please subscribe to the Training Spark YouTube channel.